I look fine as heaven, by the way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GNN Morning Show. This is AJ in the Morning Show. This morning, like I promised, I have a special guest, and we was getting prepared for this guest almost for the whole week. So finally, they're in the building. So I just want to say special thanks to our guests and their family. And of course, we have Michael here. He's going to help me guide, this whole process, so you guys can get to get the good information from our special guest and his family. So first of all, I want to welcome you guys to GNN Radio, and I'm going to let Mom to introduce us to this whole team.
I'm Karen Hill,
Okay.
and this is my son Tyler.
Okay.
And Tyler suffered a brain injury in 2004.
Tyler Cobb, though.
And,
I'm Iron Tyler Cobb.
That's good.
and today, I guess Tyler's just going to talk about what happened and how he's coped and how he's rehabbed.
Okay.
So at the beginning, Tyler, you were in high school at the time?
I was, I had the accident. I was on my summer vacation, my junior, senior year of high school.
And then, can you explain about what happened if you want?
I had some friends that went out, and one of my friends had an ATV and four-wheeler, and they had I kind of gotten pressured into, well, they asked me, I guess what I've heard anyways, is, I can't remember any of this because of the injury, but what I've been told anyways is, they asked me if I wanted to ride on the four-wheeler, and I told them no, and I had some other friends that were kind of taunting me, like I was scared to or whatever, and I was kind of, oh, I'm not scared, and so I hopped on it and took off on the four-wheeler. I hopped on there and took off, and they gave me a helmet. I wasn't wearing a helmet. That was a bad partner.
Right.
Kind of a good part at the same time, though. So if I was wearing a helmet, I would have snapped my neck, and I'd paralyzed my waist down.
So what happened at the accident?
They said if I was wearing a helmet, I probably most likely would have snapped my neck, and my body would be paralyzed, or I would have died. But
I mean, did you fall over?
I was on the ATV, and I was sitting around, and I went around a great big rock hill, and I got so big I couldn't see on the other side of it, I guess, and had a small on the other side of it. I jumped up over the other rock hill, and I jumped over it, went up in the air, and cause I started kind of tilted back, and I wasn't hanging on for dear life, and I'm trying to balance myself out, and I just went over unexpectedly, and I fell off the back of the ATV, and landed on the right side of my head, and shattered the right side of my skull into my bed, and something got hurt into my brain.
Wow.
Thank you for explaining that. I'm sorry, Mike is almost close to your face. Unfortunately, I have a question for Mom. How was the life coping with Mr. Tyler?
How was life coping with it?
Yeah,
Wow.
with the whole process, because once you get used to someone being
Yeah.
home, and all of
I
a sudden
had
things change.
one day a normal teenager, and
Yes.
the next day
Yes.
everything was turned upside down. Probably was just one day at a time. Every single day was a struggle to get through. His needs changed by the minute. It was like a roller coaster.
I can imagine.
I kind of went back from, I was 16, and I went early 16 back to being a newborn almost again, and had to grow back up to being that age again overnight, though, probably.
He had to relearn everything over, from talking, swallowing, chewing, toilet training, everything there is. He had to relearn.
And for Tyler, what was life like before this tragic happened to you?
Really, my life was really good. I was on a football team at
Really?
I went to North High School, and I was on a football team for my freshman to junior year. And I was an average weightlifter. I was repeatedly. I had a cherry red Mustang convertible. My car. I had a nice car. I had tons of friends, and since then I don't really have any friends anymore. They've all.
You have me. I'm your friend. So.
That's it. I got a cool friend. I really am. Right now, my accent, all my friends were graduated high school, and everyone's moved on, and a lot of them kind of turned their backs on me and got kind of a bad opinion of me now because they don't understand. But
Yeah, That's so. What message do you have for people that who doesn't understand your goal? I mean, what kind of changes you had to go through? What kind of message are you trying to give to those people who doesn't understand what it's like to be you, and what you overcome so far?
Really, really kind of say don't judge a book by its cover, you know.
That's very true.
Kind of. I mean, they hear that I have a head injury, and a lot of people think, "What? You had a piece of your brain removed? What?" You know, 'cause when I got in, I shot my skull in my head, and some of the skull got imprinted in there. They had to remove a piece of my brain, or else my brain, because it killed off, and it would have, the dead cells would have spread through my head. But so they had to remove a piece of my brain that the skull got imprinted into. But even though they removed the piece of my brain, you know, and it really, that piece of the brain they removed only affects my short-term memory. So I have a hard time remembering stuff from like just really short term. I can remember everything before my accident, like about reading that book right now, you know. I can remember things before my accident just fine, you know. But it's just new incoming information that's hard for me to retain and keep track of. So really, other than
So did you say you guys are writing a book? Or did you say you're writing a book? Or that was just
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you
We
were
could definitely write a book.
I know.
I'm already kind of a published poet. I'm a published poet actually. When I was in high school, I went to high school. I was in forensics, and I took a writing competition, and I'd written a poem about my accident and all that, and I actually got it. I actually got it published on the internet actually.
Oh, really? We would love to publish your stories. So that's a good thing. I have one question for Mom. I know it's very challenging, you know, as a mother, you know. I'm speaking from the man's perspective, but I know as a mother, that has to be probably the worst thing any mother could ask for.
It's devastating.
Yeah, it's
for
very,
sure.
very, yeah. So, do you have any message for mothers out there that maybe they have a situation, maybe not similar like yours, but they have some sort of a tragedy that happened to their family, but they don't know what to do and who to turn to? Do you want to give them the mechanism, or how did you manage to make it so far?
Sure. First of all, go one day at a time, and there's days where it's not even the whole day at a time, it's hour by hour, because things change so fast. There's a lot of resources out there, a lot of support groups, a lot of community services that come into your home and help you. Tyler's had a lot of therapists come into the home and giving physical therapy, every kind of therapy you can think of, really, as well as caregivers that come in and help me take care of him.
Okay.
More than anything, talk to somebody who's gone through it, because the doctors talk so far above our heads. You can talk to somebody else, another mom that's gone through it.
Yes.
Very helpful.
Oh, that's true. Again, I want to give you a chance, Mike. I know Mike got to know your family a little bit. He's very humble to know you guys. Do you want to tell our audience a little bit about what you know working with Tyler, or just get to know him? Were you inspired this?
Oh, definitely. How I met Tyler was through, like Karen said, is one of the agencies I came on working with Tyler as a TOS, as Transitional Living Specialist, and a lot of things that Tyler and I worked on, we kind of bumped elbows. He kind of yelled at each other, but we got through it. But his progress was fascinating to watch. Each day, a little bit more he'd pick up, and it's just repetitious of it, doing it over and over again, because I believe we're all creatures of habit, and that's where it starts to work and make an effect on his life. And when I did meet Tyler, he did tell me everything that happened, and one thing he said that, how long were you in a coma?
6.5 weeks.
And he has a little pun about that too. I told him to say it. What was it, you remember?
Oh no, that's anything great nap I ever took. 7 week. I said I'm the only person that ever woke up out of a 7-week coma and yelled, "Who turned on the lights?" Leave me alone.
So, now, like Karen mentioned, he did go, has a lot of therapy, and he still has therapy working, right?
He does. He still has physical therapy and behavior therapy,
Okay.
cognitive therapy, speech therapy.
Right.
Although behavior therapy is not what you think it is. I always think that when I was in behavior therapy, you guys got weird behavior problems, and that's not it at all. the behavior there was kind of like a behaviors and like strategies to remember things because the piece of the brain they had to remove out of my head. It's called your temporal lobe. It affects your short-term memory, and so I have a hard time remembering things. From I have to like write down kind of a lot of notes to myself, and I don't remember things from day to day. And so the behavior there was more like you get those behaviors of just immediately hearing something and needing to take a note about it or something. If you know you're not gonna remember it, the kind of behaviors. It's not like you get behavior problems and all of a sudden start throwing fits and like that, you know. I was like, I don't have behavior issues. What? Oh, I can get behavior issues, but not.
That's good, man. I'm proud of you so far. You know, I know you overcome a lot, and thank God you here talking to us. You teaching us something that we didn't know a lot about your incident. I know you lived a beautiful life before. I know you have a lot of future ahead of you. So all you have to do is just be positive and just work on your goals. Hopefully everything will come back to 360. So
My actual biggest accomplishment, I think, out of the whole thing is that I had the injury when I was summer vacation my senior year of high school, and I came and I did just do a half credit of English in high school for my junior year, and I never passed that. When I came after I did a little bit of rehab, I went back to high school and I passed that half junior year, and I went back and actually went through my senior year. I graduated, and I was in a wheelchair going to school and all that. And then I graduated. I graduated in two. I got up and walked across stage at
wow,
graduation.
that's congratulations.
That was his goal, was to
That's one
walk
of my
across
biggest
the stage.
accomplishments, I think. And I'm actually living on my own now and everything too.
I mean, I would love to see the picture of your graduation.
I have it on video actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to send it to us. That's a very inspirational, you know?
Was.
That's very, very good. Again, like I said, I want to thank, oh, by the way, I have a little something for you. So when you next, you know.
I like hats. I wear a lot of hats.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I wear a lot of hats.
That's good.
I don't wear them.
So
Thank you. I
again,
appreciate that.
yeah, thank you very much for coming to GNN Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mom, for
Thank you
bringing
for
them
having
around.
us.
And yeah, you guys share one of the most important things, not only to us, just to our audience around, because there's a lot of people that watching GNN that are going through a lot. Maybe it's probably similar situation like my brother Taylor here. So probably they got a little bit of enlightenment. You know, some people when this situation happen, some family give up.
Mhm.
So I know, good for you. You didn't give up on Tyler. So that's why Tyler, you should be very, very proud of your mom. You have a
Yes,
yes.
he makes a face.
Yeah. That means he's appreciated. So,
I'm
He's
too
pretty
honored.
amazing. He's come a long ways.
yes, I'm proud of you, Tyler, and
Thank you.
thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you congested in one place.
One thing I'm doing now is I'm having a really hard time doing this. Before my injury, I had my career figured out what I want to do with my life, but everything's my, as well as my head. I also landed on my left arm. I completely shattered my wrist. And so I'll never move my fingers. I won't be able to move my hand right, you know. My hand's not going to work correctly the rest of my life now. So it's kind of hard. I wanted to be a high performance auto mechanic. It's hard to be an auto mechanic when you only got one hand, you know. It's possible, but it's dead difficult. And I think I'm still not really sure what I want to do with my life career wise, but I think I want to be some kind of maybe motivational writer or speaker.
You know, that's a good choice. I think you can really impact and inspire a lot of people.
I'm already a published writer, though.
That sounds good.
Kind of, I am. But actually, I got a poem I published in high school.
That's good. Again, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe you can write me some of your writings, and send it to us to the GNN Radio, or we can post it on our website.
I can tell you my poem.
Yeah, that's good. Again, you guys want to say closing, Mom, do you have anything you want to tell the world or all the mothers out there?
Sure. I would have to say that if it's your child going through it, a lot of prayer, a lot of patience. And if it's not your child going through it, that the ones who do, they really need friends, they need support.
That's very important.
It's very important to have a lot of support when you're going through it,
That's very, very important.
even afterwards.
Yeah, that's very true.
Still 9 years later, it's still tough, so.
Because of the time of my injury, you know, that, and after, not saying anything to sound goofy, but after, because when I was in my coma and all my friends were finished in high school, I came out of my coma in rehab and they all graduated, and so they've all moved on, you know, and I'm pretty much on my own. The only thing I got my therapist, but my friends really, you know, they're my family. And
Hey, let me tell you something. Maybe that's good because you're gonna make a lot of good and cool friends. You have Hasvia friends. You have the Michael the Trouble in your right hand side, left hand side, and then you have a mom. So you know you have the best of the both worlds. You know.
I learned that it just kind of shows me how important family is. Because when all my friends kind of abandoned me, you know, my family's all I had, you know, and it really just showed me how important my family is to me and
Oh yeah.
how much they mean to me, and that's all you got, you know.
Like that's actually in the end, families is all you have. Friends, and some people they just around when everything is good. That's when you separate who's a real friend and who's not. When something very, very tragic happened to you or you going through something, those people, when you see like you by yourself, that means you didn't have friends.
Yeah.
Anybody that stick around you when you was on your lowest point, those are the people that you supposed to
So
stick.
I had friends that were like
Yeah.
brothers to me from accident, you know. I haven't seen them in over 10 years, you know. I feel like I said almost brothers to me, you know. I even had some of them, I had one of the best friends from accident had completely turned his back on me and said a lot of mean, cruel things about me, you know. And I can't get into it, but he wronged me in a lot of ways.
But anyway, you by the end of the day, you have the best life. You have a beautiful family, and you have all over the world people rooting for you to come back to you. Yeah, and then you don't even have to give up about your mechanic goals because now they have some facility that you don't even have to lift anything. You just gotta push the button. And the robot did all the work, so you still got a chance to fix cars and do all this stuff.
Really teach it, because I know how to build the engine like the back of my hand, you know.
Oh yeah?
I've also I can build a Model E right name down with a paper.
Man, I can't even change the oil in the car. So maybe you teach me a little bit.
Hey, I know that I had an issue with my car one time. I called Tyler up and I said, hey, this is what's going on. What do I need to do? He took care of it by just answering my question.
Imagine that. So, all right, again, thank you guys for coming.
Exactly.
Do you want to say
I
something?
just wanted to reiterate what Tyler said about judging a book by its cover.
Mhm.
You know, you may be walking to a grocery store or down the street, and you'll see somebody that has, how should we say, not normal.
They're different.
They're different.
Yeah.
To look and make a first call of judgment on that, you step back and think. And this is what I did too, is how would I be if I were in your shoes? You know, how do I want people to look at me? So, you know, it's something to really think about. Right?
I mean, you always like in life, you want to treat anybody the way you just before you say something to someone, you want to put them in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
If they're talking to you, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
I've even met people before that they haven't believed that I've told them about having a head injury, and people go, well, no, that's not right. Don't say that. I've even I think I was at a Walmart or something one time, and I told somebody about the head injury, and they got upset with me, and they said, I know so-and-so family member of mine that got an injury like that, and I told them, they said that's not funny that you're sitting here perfectly normal talking to me, and the person that had a head injury, I know, they were completely out of it, you know, and that I didn't live, you know, and then that was a woman, she got mad at me in the grocery store, and I had to have one of my care attendants with me. I said, no, he's telling the truth, you really get an accident. Because she said, I'm the person I know had a head injury. They were just completely out of there, couldn't talk and all that, you know. And so they contacted after me, like I was telling them about a lie trying to get some of these people, you know. It's because they have a good eye to how normal I am now. And, well, I said normal, anyway, I said normal,
No, you don't worry about other people. That's one thing maybe I can tell you. You just do the best that you can do every day and then work hard, trying to achieve everything that you lost back. And eventually, you know, what you do is prove people wrong, you know?
Yeah.
But if you worry about other people's perspective, then that's gonna set your goals behind. You always want to look forward. You don't look this side, you know. Then you know you're doing good. You're doing very good. Yeah.
So once you look in the past, that's where you've been.
Yeah.
It's not where you want to be.
Yeah. So again, we all pray. I'm praying. I'm praying for all your full recovery, so you can do good.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
only look at the past for one reason, is so you can see how far you've come from that, you know?
Yeah.
Good point.
That's very true. And you're a very strong man. I'm telling you.
Just talk.
Those weights you was lifting is working for you now. Do you still go to the gym every now and then? Or?
Every once in a while, I try to.
Oh, yeah. Maybe next time you need to
I'm
you
trying
need to
to-
come get me some.
I've gained a lot of weight with a lot of medication and all that, and due
Yeah.
to some of the physical problems for a while, I put on a lot of weight. I'm more going to the gym trying to lose weight, but it's hard because they'll say it's harder to put off than it is to put on.
That's very true. That's all they told me. I was like, I'm trying to gain weight. They was like, no, man. You know, you gain weight. It's not easy to get rid of weight. But
Once you gain it, you don't want it anymore.
but it's all right. Thank you guys again for coming.
Things are.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to say anything goodbye? Or you guys want to wave to our camera to the audience?
You want to tell somebody hi, Tyler?
The camera?
Yeah.
Where's the camera at?
No, there's another one. There's another one over here. So.
You want to tell somebody hi?
Huh?
You want to tell somebody hi? Didn't you want to tell somebody hi?
Oh, did you want to send a shout out to your friends and family?
Sure. If you know me, hi. If you don't know me, I'm sorry. No.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have one person that's trying to call. All right. So unfortunately, you know what? I'm not gonna pick this phone call over here because I don't know if they wanna be on the air or if they wanna. It's a business call. Again, if you wanna call on the radio, you wanna ask Tyler and the family a few questions. The number is 913-662-1190. But hopefully this is for the radio, it's not business. Because that's an interruption. I'm sorry guys about that. All right. You guys, I guess we're gonna sign off for that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks again.